Sequence series part 2. A geometrical progression. A geometrical progression is a sequence whose terms are AR square and so on, and each of whose succeeding term is R times the preceding term, where R is some fixed non-zero number known as common ratio of GP. Now you can say that succeeding term is AR and preceding term is R. Each preceding term multiplied by R, we get the next succeeding term AR. Again, next term it will we get after multiplying by R. So each succeeding term is R times the preceding terms. For example, 1, 2, 4, 8 and so on, each preceding term is multiplied by 2. First term is multiplied by 2, I will get the second term. Second term multiplied by 2, I will get the third term. Third term multiplied by 2, I will get the fourth term and so on. Each preceding term is multiplied by 2. We can check also 2 divided by 1, second term divided by first term, 4 divided by 2, third term divided by second term, fourth term divided by third term and so on. Every time we are getting the common ratio as 2. So we can say the sequence A1, A2, A3 and so on AR are in GP. Then what will happen? Then second term divided by the first term, third term divided by the second term, fourth term divided by the third term and so on. We always get a fixed non-zero number, say R, which is called the common ratio. And the series is A1 plus A2 plus A3 and so on. AN is called the geometric series. General term of GP. Let A be the first term and R, which is not equal to 0, be the common ratio of the GP. Then we say that since A is the first term, so A1 is my A. Then second term is being calculated by multiplying the preceding term by R. That means A is multiplied by R, I will get the second term. So A1R will give me the result as AR, where 2 minus 1, which is equal to AR. Here, second term, N stands for the term, number of terms. Number of terms minus 1, I will get AR. Again for the third term, what will I have to do? For the second term multiply by R, I will get AR. Since 3 is there, 3 is the third term. So third term minus 1 is equal to AR square. So and so on, we will get the nth term. Nth term will be A n minus 1 for n minus 1 R, and the result will be AR n minus 1. So we can say in general, I can say the nth term is equal to A is equal to R n minus 1. Last term, if the last term of GP consisting of n terms, then the nth term, last term is also called the nth term, then the nth term is given by An is equal to A R n minus 1 for all n belongs to natural number, where A is my first term, A is the first term, A is first term, R is a common ratio, and n is number of terms. N is called number of terms in that case. Nth term from the end of the finite GP. Say GP is given as, if GP is AR square and so on, AR n minus 1 is a finite GP, then nth term will be AN is equal to AR n minus 1 from the beginning of this GP. This is my first term, A is my first term, and clearly it is being observed that AR n minus 1 is my nth term. So the nth term, when we count from the beginning, will be given as AR n minus 1. If I reverse the order of the GP, what should I get? AR n minus 1 become my first term, AR n minus 2 and so on, AR square, AR and A. Then A will be my last term. Similarly, if I observe, if I change the position, this is my first term, and from here if I observe, the A will be my last term. Similarly, I have got it here as AR n minus 1 and so on. A is my last term, nth term. So the nth term is An is equal to A, then nth term from the end of the finite term. This is the end. From this end, if I observe, then A will be the nth term. So we can say that from this sequence is GP with common ratio is 1 by R. You can observe that the common ratio 1 is every time the common ratio is being divided. So common ratio is 1 by R, and the first term is AR n minus 1. whose nth term is A. So we can say that nth term from the end of the GP is given as AR n minus 1. Nth term is AR n minus 1 multiply 1 upon R into n minus 1 common ratio. 1 upon R n minus 1. Nth term of the common ratio 1 upon R n minus 1. So the result is AR n minus 1 into 1 upon R n minus 1. Note, if three numbers are given to you in the A, B, C, R and GP, they are said to be in GP if and only if the ratio of this A by B is equal to C by B, or you can say that B square is equal to AC. B square, the center number, B square is equal to AC, then we say the number, three numbers are in GP, or we can say second term divided by the first term is equal to third term divided by the second term. If the product of the numbers are given to us, then we have to, then GP is given as, we consider three numbers. If the product of three numbers are given to us, then we say the three numbers are taken as A upon R, A or AR. If the product of four numbers are given to us, then the four numbers should be taken in the form of A upon R cube, A by R, AR or AR cube. Find the 10th and the nth term of the sequence 5, 25, 125. Since sequence is in GP, we have 5, 25, 125. It is clearly observed that the second term is multiplied by 5. In this case, my first term is 5 and common ratio is A2 divided by A1. That means 25 divided by 5, which is equal to 5. Common ratio is 5 and the first term is 5. I have to calculate the 10th term. 10th term is equal to AR 10 minus 1, which is equal to AR 9. So my A is my first term, 5. Common ratio is again 5. 5 to the power 9, which is equal to 5 to the power 10 is the 10th term. For nth term, an is given as AR n minus 1. Here A is my first term is 5 and the common ratio is 5n minus 1, which is equal to 5n. Nth term is 5 to the power n. Second, find the sixth term from the end of the sequence, and the sequence is given as 3 minus 6, 12 minus 24 and so on. First of all, we calculate the common ratio. In this case, the common ratio is second term divided by first term is the common ratio. That means minus 6 divided by 3 is equal to minus 2. And we know that nth term from the end of the sequence, from the end of finite GP, as this is the finite GP, is given as A R n minus 1, 1 upon R n minus 1. Here A R n minus 1 is, AR n minus 1 is given, is the last term of the GP, and 1 upon R n minus 1. R is the common ratio and n is the number of terms. Here n is given as, we have to calculate for sixth term. So A6 is equal to last term is 1288 and the common ratio just we have calculated as minus 2. So minus 2 to the power 6 minus 1, which is equal to 12288, 1 minus 2 to the power 5. So 1 upon minus 2 to the power 5 means minus 32. This is equal to 12288 into 1 upon minus 32. Cancel with the table of 4. 4 8s are 32. 4 3s are 12. 0. 4 7s are 28. 4 2s are 8. Again with the table of 4. 4 2s are 8. 4 7s are 28. 6s are 24 and 8s are 32. Again will it go 384. So we have minus 384. So I can say that sixth term from the end is equal to minus 384. Sixth term from the end is minus 384. which term of the sequence 1, 1 by 3, 1 by 9 and so on gives the result as 1 upon 243. That means we have to calculate number of term, n we have to calculate. In this particular case, as the sequence is in GP, so our first term is 1 and the common ratio is second term divided by the first term, 1 by 3 divided by 1, which is equal to 1 by 3. So common ratio is 1 by 3, first term is 1 and the last term is nth term is given as 1 upon 243. As we know that nth term is also written as a r n minus 1. So substitute the value, I will get 1 upon 243 is equal to 1, 1 by 3 n minus 1. 243 is 3 to the power 3 3s are 9, 3 to the power 5, 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, 27 3s are 81, 81 3s are 243. 3 to the power 5 is this, and here I will get 3 to the power n minus 1. So this implies on comparing, if base are same, we can compare the powers. So n minus 1 is equal to 5, n is equal to 6. So the question was which term is this? So we can say sixth term is 1 upon 243. N is 6, number of term is 6. So sixth term gives the result as 1 upon 243. Next is in a GP, the third term is 24 and the sixth term is 192. Find the 10th term. We know third term is 24. Third term means AR square is equal to 24. And the sixth term, that means AR to the power 5 is equal to 192. Divide 1 and 2 on divide, I get AR 5 upon AR square is equal to 192 upon 24. R cube is equal to, it will go with the table of say 4, 6 are, then it gives 4 4s are 16, 8s are, 1s are 8. I will get 8. R cube is 8. That means R cube is equal to 2 to the power 3. This implies common ratio is equal to 2. I get the value of common ratio as 2. I know common ratio is 2. I substitute the value of R in first equation. So from 1, A 2 to the power square is equal to 24. So A is equal to 6. 2 square is 4. So 4A is 24. That means A is 6. I know the first term. I know the common ratio. To calculate the 10th term, I will write it here as AR 9, which is equal to first 6 and common ratio is 2 to the power 9. So here we have 6 into 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16, 16 to the 32, 32 to the 64, 64 to the 128, 128 to the 256, 256 to the 512. So I get 2 to the power 9 as 512. Again multiply it by 6. I get it as 670. So 10th term is 3076. Find the number of terms of a GP where first term is 3 by 4 and common ratio is 2 and last term is 384. We have to calculate number of terms and we have to calculate. So here first term A is given as 3 by 4, common ratio is 2 and the last term AN is given as 384. And we know that the last term can be expressed as R n minus 1. So 384 is equal to 3 by 4 to n minus 1. So we have 2 to the power n minus 1 cross multiply 384 into 4 by 3. 3 ones are 3, 1s are, 2s are, 8s are. So we have 2 to the power n minus 1 is equal to 128 into 4 is 32, 3, 8, 11, 1, 512, which is equal to 2 to the power 9. So we have, on comparing the powers, we get n minus 1 is equal to 9. This implies n is equal to 10. So the number of terms they are asking for the number of terms. So the number of terms is there are 10 terms which give the last term as 384. So number of terms are 10. Next is find the value of x such that x plus 9, x minus 6 and 4 are 3 consecutive terms in GP. So, since it is given us that the terms are, these terms are in GP, we know if A, B, C are 3 terms of GP, then B square should be equal to AC. Then B square should be equal to AC. Since it is given to us, therefore, x plus 9, x minus 6 and 4 are in GP implies x minus 6 whole square should be equal to x plus 9 into 4. Open the bracket. X square minus 12x plus 36 is equal to 4x plus 36. This gives me the result as x square minus 16x is equal to 0. Make the factors. I get x minus 16 is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 16. So we have the two values of x. Here we can say that the values of x are 0 and 16. Making the factor, we get the value of x as 0 and 16. The sum of first 3 terms of GP is 39 by 10 and the product is 1. Find the common ratio and the terms. Let the 3 terms in GP are, let 3 numbers or terms in GP are A by R, A and AR. According to the problem, sum is 39 by 10. That means A upon R plus A plus AR is equal to 39 by 10. Take A common. 1 upon R plus 1 plus R is equal to 39 by 10. Take the LCM. R square plus R plus 1 upon R is equal to 39 by 10. This is my first equation. Their product is 1. That means A by R into A into AR is equal to 1. If you multiply, you will get A cube is equal to 1. So A is equal to 1. My first term of GP is 1. Substitute the value of A in equation number 1. We get, put A is equal to 1 in equation 1. What should I get? R square plus R plus 1 upon R is equal to 39 by 10. Cross multiply. Cross multiply. 10R square plus 10R plus 10 is equal to 39R. Simply cross multiply. Then we get the quadratic equation as minus 29, 10R square minus 29R plus 10 is equal to 0. Make the factors so that we get 10R square minus 25R minus 4R plus 10 is equal to 0. 5 are common, 2R minus 5. From this side I take 2 common, 2R minus 5 is equal to 0. So 5R minus 2 and 2R minus 5 be the factor of this quadratic equation. So here we get the value of R as 2 by 5 or R as 5 by 2. So the question was find the common ratio. So common ratio is 2 by 5 or 5 by 2. So to calculate the term, and the terms are substitute the value. We have taken it as A by R, A and AR be the terms. So here A is 1 and R is 2 by 5. So I have 1 upon 2 by 1 upon 2 by r, 1 and um, 2 by 5. This implies, 2 by 5. This implies 5 by 2, 1 and 2 by 5. Second, if I take r, if r is equal to 5 by 2, in this case we have taken r is equal to 2 by 5. So if r is 5 by 2, I have the number as 1 upon 5 by 2, 1 and 5 by 2. This implies 2 by 5, 1 and 5 by 2. So thus the terms are 5 by 2, 1, 2 by 5, or 2 by 5, 1, 5 by 2. Terms are 5 by 2, 1, 2 by 5, or 2 by 5, 1 and 5 by 2. This is how you have to calculate. Simply first we know that the numbers, if three numbers are given to you, their sum and product, then you always take the number GP numbers as one A by R, A and AR, and then you solve the question. Three numbers are in GP whose sum is 15. If 1, 4 and 19 are added to these numbers, the numbers becomes in GP. We have to find the numbers. Let the numbers be, since the numbers are in GP, so we consider the numbers are in GP, so we consider the number as to be A minus D, A and A plus D. So let the numbers in AP are A minus D, A and A plus D. According to the problem, as sum is 15, so A minus D plus A plus A plus D is equal to 15. That means 3A is equal to 15, so A is equal to 5. First term is 5. So the number reduces to 5 minus D, 5 and 5 plus D. Number reduces to this. And now again it says if 1, 4 and 19 is added. So also 1 is added to the first number, 5 minus D plus 1, then 5 plus 4 and 5 plus D plus 19. If they are being added, the numbers are in GP. The numbers become in GP. That means 6 minus D, 9 and 24 plus D are in GP. And we know if three numbers are in GP, if A, B, C are in GP, that means B square is equal to AC. If three numbers are in GP, that means B square is equal to center number is equal to the product of extreme numbers. So B square is equal to AC. From here it is given to us 6 minus D, 9 and 24 plus D are in GP. So I can say that 9 square is equal to 6 minus D, 24 plus D. Here I get on multiplying for 144 plus 6D minus 24D minus D square. So here I get 144 minus 18D minus D square. Take this number to the left hand side. I get D square plus 18D. 81 minus 144 is minus 63 is equal to 0. Make the factors. Factors will be D square minus 21D plus 21D minus 3D minus 63 is equal to 0. Then make the factors. So here we get D plus 21 minus 3D plus 21 is equal to 0. Making the factors in the first two terms, I get D plus 21. From here I take minus 3 common, I get D plus 21. So we have the factors as D plus 21 and D minus 3 equal to 0. So D is equal to minus 21 and D is equal to 3. Common ratio is minus 21 and common ratio is 3. Substitute these values in the given number to get the resulting numbers. So we have if d is equal to minus 21 first, and common ratio we have already calculated as common ratio is minus 21 and the first term is 5. Substitute this value in the given number. I will get 5 plus 21 26, then 5 and 5 minus 21 minus 16. So numbers are 25, 5 minus 16, and if d is 3, common ratio common difference is 3. Here also, I'm sorry, d is for the common difference, not ratio. So if common difference is 3 and a is equal to 5, I will get it as 5 minus 3, 2, 5 and 8. So hence numbers are 2, 5, 8, or you can say 26, 5 minus 16. Numbers are 2, 5, 8, 26 minus 16. As the numbers are given us in the form of AP, and we know that or when the three numbers are in AP, then numbers are taken in the form of A minus D, A plus D, where A is the first term and D is the common difference. And thus we calculated the first term, and to calculate the common difference, we take the help of the given result is given to us. If 1, 4 and 19 is added to these numbers, they are becoming GP. So using the concept of GP, we have solved it to calculate the common difference and substitute the value to calculate the numbers. If A, B, C are in GP and a to the power 1 by x is equal to b to the power 1 by y is equal to c to the power 1 by z, prove that x, y, z are in AP. As A, B, C are in GP, A, B, C are in GP, that means A, B, C are in GP implies that B square is equal to AC. This is my first equation. If A, B, C are in GP, that means B square is equal to AC. My first equation. Let A 1 by x is equal to B 1 by y is equal to C 1 by z is equal to k, some constant k. Then 1 by a to the power 1 by x is equal to k, taking log on both sides. Taking log on both sides. What should I get? 1 upon x log a is equal to log k. This x multiplied by this x multiplied to the right hand side, I get log a. Log a is equal to x times log k. So log a is equal to log k to the power x. So deleting log, I get a is equal to k to the power x. Similarly, I will get b is equal to k to the power 1, k to the power y, and c is equal to k to the power z. Now put the value of a, b, c in equation number 1. Put the value of a, b, c in equation 1. What should I get? K y whole square is equal to k to the power x into k to the power z. On solving, I get k 2y is equal to k times xz. As base are same, powers get added, x plus z. If base are same and they are multiplied, powers get added. So it becomes x plus z. So comparing the powers, 2y is equal to x plus z. And this is what we have to show in the AP. AP says if A plus D and A plus 2D, if three numbers are in AP, that means the middle term is equal to, the 2 times the middle term is equal to sum of the extreme terms. So here we get x, y, z are in AP. Reason, we can say that if A plus D and A plus 2D are in AP, then what should get? If I multiply this 2 times, 2 times A plus D means A plus 2D. 2 times the center number is equal to the sum of extreme numbers. That is what we get. 2 times 2y is equal to x plus z. So x, y, z are in AP. So here we can say that x, y, z in AP. By giving the result, we get calculated. We have to show prove that the AB XYZ are in AP. Hence, we have calculated by XYZ are in AP. If four numbers A, B, C, D are in GP, show that A square plus B square, B square plus C square and C square plus D square are also in GP. We know that if three numbers are in GP, we take B square is equal to AC. Middle term square is equal to the product of extreme two terms, the product of extreme two terms. Now, in here, four terms are given to us in GP. Then we say that A, B, C, D are in GP. That means the second term divided by first term equals to third term divided by second term and is equal to fourth term divided by third term have the same common ratio R. At the same common ratio R. So this implies from here I get B is equal to AR. If I compare this, B by A is equal to R, then B is equal to AR. And the value of C is equal to BR. Since B is AR, so I remove B with AR. So I get C is equal to AR. So C is equal to AR square. Again, D is equal to CR. So here we remove C by C is equal to AR square. So I will write AR square into R. So D is equal to AR cube. Now A is A. First term is A. First term is A itself. B is AR. C is AR square. And D is equal to AR square. So I have the numbers in this form. A, AR, AR square and AR cube. I replace R in GP. They are in GP and with the common ratio R. Now to prove this, to prove A square plus B square, B square plus C square and C square plus D square are in GP. If we have to prove these numbers are in GP, that means the middle term square, B square plus C square whole square, should be equal to the product of extreme terms. That means A square plus B square and C square plus D square. Consider left hand side. First we solve for the left hand side. I get B square C square whole square is equal to, substitute the value of B and C. B is my AR, so I get AR square plus C is my AR square whole square, and this the sum is the whole square. I get A square R square plus A square R4 whole square. Take A square R square common from the bracket. I will get A square R square whole square 1 plus R square whole square. This gives me the result as A to the power 4 R to the power 4 1 plus R square whole square. This is my left hand side. For right hand side, I will take A square plus B square, A square plus B square multiply by C square plus D square. C square plus D square. Now substitute the value of A, B, C, D. A square is A square plus B is my AR. So I put AR square, R square, and then C is my AR square, A square R4. C is AR square and the square of C square is A square R4. And D square is, if D is AR cube, then D square will be A square R6. I get A square R6. From first bracket, I can take A square common, 1 plus R square. And from the second bracket, I can take A square R to the power 4 common. A square R to the power 4 common. I have 1 plus R square. Now take R square common, A square into A square R to the power 4, 1 plus R square whole square. As 1 plus R square multiplied by 2 times, so 1 plus R square whole square. Here I will get A to the power 4 R4 1 plus R square whole square. This is what I am getting the left hand side. My left hand side is equal to right hand side. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. This is what I have to prove that. Hence, I can say that. Hence, the given numbers a square plus b square, c square, b square plus c square, b square plus c square, and c square plus d square are in GP. This is what I have to prove, that a square plus b square plus c square, and c square plus d square are in GP. Sum of first n terms of GP. Let A be the first term and R be the common ratio of GP, and the GP is A, AR, AR square, and so on, AR n minus 1. Terms of GP are A, AR, AR square, and so on, AR n minus 1. Then Sn denotes the sum of n terms of GP. If Sn denotes the sum of n terms of GP, then I will get Sn is equal to A plus AR plus AR square and so on plus AR n minus 1. If I multiply both sides by R, what should I get? R times Sn is equal to, if I multiply this by R, it becomes AR. So AR, like term should be written below to the right term, like term. So I will write AR here. This multiplied by AR, I will get AR square. And so on. This multiplied by R, I will get AR n minus 1, and this AR n. This last term multiplied by R, I will get AR n, which I will write separately because there is no like term for AR n. Then on subtracting, sign gets changed. This becomes Sn minus R times Sn. A will remain same. All sign changes. A remains same. AR minus AR cancel out. AR square minus AR square cancel out. All gets cancel out, and I'm left with only minus ARN. Take Sn common. 1 minus R is equal to, here I will take A common. I had 1 minus Rn. So the sum of n terms of GP will become A 1 minus Rn upon 1 minus R for R, all R not equal to 1. R should not be equal to 1, because if R becomes 1, then it does not exist. Sum does not exist, because anything upon 0 becomes infinity, then at that case sum does not exist. But if in case, note, if common ratio is 1, then the sum is given as, I will substitute wherever there is R, I will substitute 1 here, A plus A plus A and so on plus A. This A is being added n times. A is added n times, so it becomes, this becomes Sn is equal to n times A. If R is equal to 1, in that case it becomes Sn is equal to n times A. But in that case we not use this formula. This formula is not used. In that case we will simply write R is equal to 1. So A becomes n times, sum is Na. If n tends to infinity, if the number of, here the number of terms are finite, n is finite, so sum is given as Sn is equal to A 1 minus Rn upon 1 minus R for R not equal to 1. If n becomes infinity, sum to infinity of GP. If n tends to infinity, then look at here, if n tends to infinity, anything power infinity becomes 0, then Rn tends to 0. Rn tends to 0. So here we get S infinity as n tends to infinity. So instead of n, I will write infinity is equal to A 1 minus 0 upon 1 minus R. Because Rn tends to 0, as n tends to infinity, Sn becomes n S infinity and Rn becomes 0. So I will get A times 1 minus 0 upon 1 minus R. So S infinity is equal to a upon 1 minus r. So here we get sum to infinity is sum to infinity is sum to infinity is a upon 1 minus r, and here mod r is less than 1 because r is the denominator and we have to take n to infinity, so it become very minute, so it become less than 1. So mod r is less than 1. So we have sum to infinity of gp is given as s infinity a upon 1 minus r. Sum, if the numbers are finite in gp, then sum is given as sum of n terms given as a 1 minus r to the power n 1 minus r, where r not equal to 1. And if r is equal to 1, we won't use this formula. We simply write in the series of GP as r, replace r as 1, I get a plus a plus a and so on n times, and the sum given as na. Find the sum of 5 terms and n terms of the series 1 plus 2 by 3 plus 4 by 9. First of all, we write the first term. Here first term is 1 and common ratio is 2 by 3. Number of terms are 5. We know that sum of n terms is given as 1 minus rn upon 1 minus r for r less than 1. Substitute the value. S5 is equal to 1 minus 2 by 3 whole to the power 5 upon 1 minus 2 by 3. On solving, we get 1 minus 32 upon 243 divided by 3 minus 2 upon 3. Take the LCM. On solving 211 upon 243 1 by 3, which is equal to 211 243 into 3. So the result is 211 by 81. So sum of 5 terms is given as 211 upon 81. Sum of 5 terms. For sum of n terms, here n is n remains the n. Instead of a, I will substitute 1 minus 2 by 3 whole to the power n divided by 1 minus 2 by 3, which is equal to 1 minus 2 by 3 whole to the power n 3 times, because 1 by 3 gives a reciprocal, so 3 times 1 minus 2 by 3 whole to the power n. The sum of n natural numbers is given by this. Infinite terms of the series this. You have to find the sum of infinite terms, means n tends to infinity. So the formula for sum to infinity is given as a1 minus r, and in this particular case here a is equal to, in this series first term is 7 and the second common ratio is given as minus 1 by 7. Substitute the value. So sum to infinity given as 7 upon 1 minus 1 by 7, which is equal to 7 upon 1 plus 1 by 7. 8 by 7. 8 by 7 means 7 by 8, which is equal to 49 by 8. So sum to infinity is given as 49 by 8. Infinite terms for the series. Sum to infinite terms of the series given as 49 by 8. Find the sum of 7 plus 77 plus 777 and so on to n terms. So for that, first of all we write the sequence is given us 7 plus 77 plus 777 and so on to n terms. In this case, I take 7 common. I left with 1 plus 11 plus 111 and so on to n terms. So multiply and divide by 9. I will get 7 by 9, 9 plus 99 plus 999 plus so on to n terms. As we have to calculate the sum to n terms. So here we have 7 by 9. Instead of 9, I can write 10 minus 1. And instead of 99, I can write 100 minus 1. Similarly, for 999, I can write 1000 minus 1 and so on to n terms. From here, we can have 7 by 9, 10, 100 can be written as 10 square and 1000 can be written as 10 cube and so on to n terms. And minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. How many times minus will come? It will come n times. So I will multiply minus n into 1. If I observe carefully, this bracket is in GP. So in this bracket in GP, so we have to calculate the sum of GP into n terms. And in this case, our first term is 10 and combination is also 10. And 10 is greater than 1. So the formula will be 10. I will write 10n minus 1 upon 10 minus 1 and minus n, because Sn is equal to a Rn minus 1 upon R minus 1 when R is greater than 1. And 10 is greater than 1. Therefore, we use this formula for the sum of n terms. So here we have 7 by 9, 10. If you multiply 10 by this, we get 10 to the power n plus 1 minus 10 divided by 10 minus 1 is 9 minus n. Take the LCM. 7 by 81, 9 multiplied by this, 10 to the power n plus 1 minus 10 minus 9n. So here we get 7 by 81, 10 to the power n plus 1 minus 9n minus 10 will be the sum of n terms of the series. Sum of n terms of the series is given as 7 by 81, 10 to the power n plus 1 minus 9n minus 10. Evaluate 3 multiplied by 3 to the power half, multiplied by 3 to the power 1 by 4, multiplied by 3 to the power 1 by 8 and so on to infinity. Now observe this carefully. As you can observe, each term is being multiplied and they have the common base 3. In exponential, we know that if base are same and they are being multiplied, powers get added. So the given equation becomes 3 into 3 to the power half into 3 to the power 1 by 8 and so on to infinity, gives me the result as 3, 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 and so on till to infinity. Base is same and powers get added. And we observe that these powers are in GP, whose first term is a and common ratio is 1 by 2. So we have 3. Taking the sum to infinity is first term a divided by 1 minus 1 by 2. Common ratio is 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 is less than 1, therefore 1 minus r. We have used this formula as sum to infinity is equal to a 1 minus r when r is less than 1. So here we can have 3 to the power 1 upon 1 minus half is 1 by 2, which is equal to 3 to the power 1 by 2, take the reciprocal of this 2 square, that comes out to be only 9. So we have sum to infinity of this given number is 9. Sum to infinity for this number is 9. The nth term of GP is 128 and the sum of n terms is 255. If the common ratio is 2, find the first term. First of all, we write the information which is given to us. We note down that nth term, that means an, which is equal to a r n minus 1 is equal to 128. Sum to n terms is given as Sn is equal to 255. Common ratio r is 2. We have to calculate first term. Sum of n natural numbers we know is given as a Rn minus 1 r minus 1 when r is greater than 1. Here r is 2, which is greater than 1, therefore we use this formula. Substitute the value as 255 is equal to a we have to calculate, r we know 2 to the power n minus 1 upon 2 minus 1. So here we get a 2 to the power n minus a is equal to 255. This is my first equation. Second, I know ARN minus 1 is equal to 128. So instead of R, I can put 2. So A 2 to the power n minus 1 is equal to 128. Multiply both sides by 2. I get A 2 to the power n is equal to 256. So this is my second equation. Put the value of A to the power n in first equation as 256. So I get 256 minus a is equal to 255. So minus a is equal to minus 1, a is equal to 1. We have to calculate the value of a. So a is equal to 1. Here we get from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, I just substitute the value of a to the power n in the first equation, and which is 256, and we get the reduce the value of a as 1. If the sum of first three terms of GP is 31 by 5 and first term of GP is 5, find the common ratio. So first of all, we write the terms of GP. The first three terms of GP are A, AR and AR square. According to the problem, the sum of first three terms means A plus R plus AR square is equal to 31 by 5. First term is and A is equal to 5. First term is 5 is given to us. I take A common, so I left it 1 plus R square is equal to 31 by 5. Substitute the value of A as 5. I get right in the order standard form R square plus R plus 1 is equal to 31 by 5. Cross multiply 25 R square plus R plus 1 is equal to 31. Multiply 25 R square plus 25 R plus 25 minus 31 is equal to 0. 25 R square plus 25 R minus 6 is equal to 0. This equation is in quadratic form. So using the quadratic formula, R will be minus B. Here B is 25. So minus 25 plus minus under root B square minus 4AC. B square means 25 square minus 4 into A into C. C is minus 6 divided by 2A. A is my 25. So I get minus 25 plus minus under root 625 plus 600 upon 50. So here I get R as R is equal to minus 25 plus minus under root 1225 upon 50. So R is equal to square root of 1225 is 35. So minus 25 plus minus 35 upon 50. So there are two values. So here we have one is R is equal to minus 25 plus 35 by 50, and another R is equal to minus 25 minus 35 by 50. On solving, I get R is equal to 10 by 50, and here I get minus 60 by 50. So the value of R is 1 by 5 and here R is minus 6 by 5. I get two values for the common ratio in this particular case. So answer is common ratio is 1 by 5 or minus 6 by 5. The sum of finite terms of a GP is 16 and the sum of the squares of the terms is 153 3 by 5. Find the common ratio and the fourth term of the progression. First of all, we write the sum to infinity is given as 16, and the formula for this is A1 minus R is equal to 16. This is my first equation. Secondly, it says the sum of squares of n terms, that means the to infinity terms, that means sum we have to calculate. The terms are a square plus a square r square and so on to infinity. In this case, our first term is a square and the common ratio is r square. So sum to infinity is given as a square upon 1 minus r square. If we have to take the sum of squares of the numbers to infinity, it gives us a square upon 1 minus r square. And this is equal to 153 3 by 5. So I will write 153 3 by 5 is equal to a upon 1 minus r into a upon 1 plus r. I separate this into, I split in the factors in a upon 1 minus r and a upon 1 plus r. So solve this, make the mixed fraction, make the into fraction. I will get 5 plus 3, 8, 1, 15, 25, 26, 2 and 768 divided by 5 is equal to 1 minus a upon 1 minus r. From first equation, a upon 1 minus r is 16. So I can substitute the value of here. So I get 16 times a upon 1 plus r from first equation. From equation 1, I just substitute the value of 1 upon 1 minus a upon 1 minus r as 16. I wrote over here. So the result I have a upon 1 plus r is equal to 168 upon 5 multiplied by 16. 8 2s are 16, 8 9s are 72, 8 6 are 48, 2 1s are 2, 48. I get a upon 1 plus r is equal to 48 by 5. From here I get a is equal to 48 by 5 1 plus r. I give the name to as second equation. And from here I get a is equal to a is equal to 16 times 1 minus r. This is my third equation. Comparing 2 and 3. Comparing 2 and 3. Comparing these two equations, a is 48 by 5 1 plus r and a is 16 times 1 minus r. I get 48 by 5 1 plus r is equal to 16 times 1 minus r. So multiply this 48 plus 48r. Here 16 5s are 80. So 80 minus 80r. From here we get 128r is equal to 48 32. So r is equal to 32 upon 128. So cancel it, where we get 1 by 4. 32 ones are 4s are. So I get r as 1 by 4. Substitute value of r in equation number, say in equation number 3. To calculate a, I put the value of r in 3. So from 3 I get a is equal to 16 times 1 minus 1 by 4, which is equal to 16 into 3 by 4. So a is equal to 12. A first term is 12. Now we have to calculate fourth term. Fourth term of this progression. So fourth term is a to the power 4, which is a4. That means a r cube. That a is 12 and r is 1 by 4 whole cube, which is equal to 3 by 16. So our fourth term is 3 by 16. So our answer is common ratio is 1 by 4 and the fourth term is 3 by 16. We have to calculate the fourth term and the common ratio. Common ratio is 1 by 4 and the fourth term is 3 by 16. I hope you very well understood by this geometrical progression. So please like and subscribe my video.